It's time. Yeah, it's time for you to stop getting people saying no. No, I don't want to buy from you. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want it. Go away. That has to stop. And this is what 5 Simple Steps to Hot Buyers is all about. This is a podcast for you, right? There's a book that goes with this, and there will be a link somewhere around here for you to actually go and get a copy. This can change your life. This can change your business, because I come across people, and I'm sure you do as well, who, basically online they go, "Hello, can I be your friend?" And then you say, "Yeah, no problem, good to connect with you. How wonderful. Would you like to buy my stick? And I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I do this. I'm very good." No, you don't want people to start pitching at you the moment they say hello. You don't want it. So why are you doing it to other people? Because the problem I find is that virtually everybody is doing that. They seem to think it's the right way, even though they get no, 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 no. I mean, I had one guy sort of say, "Oh, I'm prepared to show it to hundreds of people to get a yes." Huh? I'm not. And I've been doing it for 40 years, and even back in the days when there was no such thing as an internet. I wasn't talking to 100 people to get one sale. Even as a newbie, the worst I was doing was 25 people to get one sale. But as an experienced entrepreneur, I was selling, well, to virtually everybody I started a conversation with. Yeah, business conversation. Would you like to be able to do that? Because that's what the 5 simple steps are going to do for you. They're going to allow you to be able to close virtually every deal if you do it right. So why is that? Well, the prospecting conversation is critical to every single business. It is not about trying to sell when you're prospecting. It's not about introducing your company. It's not about introducing how good you are. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's always, every time, it's always about them, not you. Right? And this is the problem most people lose track of. Because online it's so easy to say, "Hello, can I sell you something?" They do it. Because they wouldn't do it in face to face. Because sometimes some people have got big fists and they would have just put them out. So you're not going to do it face to face because you're scared, but you'll do it online because you can just block them and delete them and run away. That's not a business person. As a business person, you want your prospects to smile, to be happy, to be interested in you because you have made them happy. You have made them smile. You have shown interest in them. You have proved to them that you care about them and not about you only. When you do that, people warm to you. People start a relationship with you. And in that relationship, something very important happens. Trust grows. And before you know it, they're prepared to buy from you. And guess what? You haven't even talked about your offer. Now, I know you don't believe me. I know you don't. But it's true, because I was listening to somebody on a reel on Facebook a few days ago, and he was talking about something else. But he says, decisions are not made in the boardroom. They're signed up in the boardroom. And I thought about that, and I thought, wow, yeah, that's true. Because decisions are not made in the sales presentation. They're signed up there. They sign the documents. They pay the money. Where they actually make the decision is in the trust they have in you. When you build that trust, going with that is their willingness to buy from you. And that's what trust means. They are prepared to buy from you. So your job then is not to sell them. Once you have trust, you don't have to sell anyone anything. What you do is you sit down together and decide what they are going to buy together. That's it. So if you do it in a sort of a funnel, on a landing page and things like that, that's effectively what you're doing. You're deciding if this is the right thing for them, because you're talking them through it and they're saying yes, 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 and then press the button and buy. Very simple. So stop trying to sell. I mean, let me put it this way. Selling is not a bad word. There's no such thing as people hate being sold to. They don't. They love it. Because if they did hate being sold to, one, why do people employ salespeople all around the world in their millions and millions and millions? Why do you go back to the same shop assistant, the same restaurant, the same whatever every time? Because you were looked after, right? By that one. I want him to look after me. Not you. I don't know you. I know him. And that is the key, right? Selling done right gives a happy prospect and a happy customer. So people actually love to be sold to, providing it's done correctly. And they hate bad selling. People absolutely despise bad selling. And now the problem is with so many coaches who do not know what the hell they're talking about. They say, don't sell. Of course you've got to sell. Everything you do to get that business is selling and marketing. If you didn't do it, you wouldn't get the business. If you sat back, arms folded, doing nothing, how many things do you think you sell? 0. Right? And that's the point. You have to do things. So it's not a matter of whether you could sell, it's a matter of how you sell. And this is what we're going to talk about in the 5 simple steps. We're going to talk about how to do it right. Without actually having to talk about your offer, without having to tell them about your company, without having to tell them about what you're very good at. Right? All you're doing is you're saying hello, getting them to smile, talking about them, asking questions about them. So you're getting to know them and they're getting to know you. And you'll be able to identify if they're a prospect, where they are on their journey to buy. So that when they're ready to buy, they buy from you. Because the more you do that, you have a list of people that are at various different stages. So you've always got somebody buying constantly. Because the ones who don't buy now, you are educating, you are nurturing them, you are keeping in touch with them, whatever you want to call it, so that when they're ready, they don't think of anyone else because you've always been there for them. I don't understand how to do this. Well, let me explain. Blah, 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 blah. And they say, oh, God, you're amazing, Keith. I love it. And then when they're ready to buy, you're there. They don't have to go looking for you. You're there. You're with them. You're talking to them constantly, all the time. You may be doing it one-to-many. You may be doing it one-to-one. But you're there. And this is what selling is about. It is being available. being supportive, being interested, caring about your prospects. Now that comes through to even people who've never met you. You have to be you, right? I'm Uncle Keith. Uncle is not my name. It's a title I use in my business. Why? Because somebody was started calling, a group of people when I was living in Thailand were calling me Uncle. And I said, no, not Uncle. And they explained to me, it's a term of respect. And I've heard that before, and I thought, I like that. So I become Uncle Keith, in business that is. Although some of my friends still call me Uncle. But I don't care. It's nice. But do your people identify with you? Because that's what you've got to do. And that's where the prospecting conversation comes in. Because it is there that the trust grows. It is there where they say, yeah, I could buy from that guy. I could buy from that girl. Oh, I like that guy. Yeah, fantastic. When you get that sort of emotional response inside them, they're not going to say it out loud. Well, some might, but once you get that, then they're yours. They're your tribe, your community, your people, your ideal customers. It doesn't matter what you want to call them. I don't care what you call them. You can call them elephants as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter. What they are people who are going to buy from you. Because you know there are zero prospects, right? They're not interested, never will be, never, and so forth. Then there are people that you can talk to and you just don't know. They're called suspects. The ones who I realise they're the right sort of people for your product. You can help them, but they're not aware that they've got a problem or even who the hell you are. So they're prospects, cold prospects. And when the more they know, i.e. that they know perhaps that they've got the problem or they know about you, they become warm prospects, i.e. they're not just out in the dark and so forth. They're starting to learn. And this is where you work with them to be able to teach them more about their problem and the solutions, not actually the details, but what can be done. The life they could be leading if they solve that problem. Oh my God! You mean oh my God! Yes, that's what your prospects will do when you do your job right. They will be enthusiastic for you. They couldn't care a bit about me. They care about you. And that's the point. When they care about you, they won't buy from anyone else. They'll buy from you. That's what you've got. I mean, I've got loads of coaches in my friends, and they've got their own tribes. We can talk together. I can post on their timeline, comment on their posts and so forth. I'm not going to steal their customers. Why? Because their customers love them. So I'm just contributing value to the conversation. And likewise, many of them comment on my posts. I'm not going to lose people to them. Or the people who go to them were not my people. And this is what you've got to remember, is when you are talking to your people, they're your people. And you do that in the prospecting conversation. That's where you build everything up. It is incredibly powerful. So we were saying, decisions are not made in the conference room, in the sales presentation. What they do is they sign up in a sales presentation. Why? Because you only ask to buy, i.e. do the sales process, to do your sales presentation, sit down and sort out whatever they're going to buy. You only do that with a hot prospect. Why? What's a hot prospect? I hear you saying. Well, a hot prospect is somebody you've qualified so that they are ready to buy, willing to buy from you, and they are able to buy. They've got the money, they've got the ability to make the decision. So they're prospects who are ready, willing and able to buy. That means hot chocolate maybe. They're going to buy from you. Well, no, because a hot prospect is somebody who's just ready, willing and able to buy. A hot buyer are ready to buy from you today. So what you want is people who are ready to buy from you today. Hot buyers. And that's what the 5 simple steps will give you. Consistently building up loads and loads and loads of people who want to buy from you. Oh, isn't that wonderful? What if you started your business doing that? Where would you be now? How much money would you have in the bank? What sort of house would you have? What sort of car would you have? Would you be on holiday now? What would your life be like if you'd started the right way from day one? And I'll tell you one thing, none of us do. We all have to learn. We all come in here knowing more than we actually know. You know, like a teenager. You know how teenagers are. They know everything. Right, I'm sorry if you're a teenager, but I was one a very long time ago, but I was one and I was the same. You think you know everything, and you don't. In fact, the more you know, the less you realise you know, and the more there is you don't know. Okay, so as I get on older in life, I'm still discovering more things that I didn't know before, and that there is even more things that I don't know. But I don't care. I love challenges. That's one of the things as an entrepreneur. If you don't like challenges, go work for someone else. I love challenges. I love solving problems. Your problem, my problem, their problem, doesn't matter. That's what I am. I am a problem solver. That's my job, right? What the problem is varies. Because every business is there to sort out problems of their customers. That's it. You know, if you're selling chocolate, I've got a sweet tooth, I need chocolate. You solve the problem, you sell it to them. Simple, right? Clothes, simple. It doesn't matter what you're selling, you're solving people's problems, desires, needs, pains, whatever it is they've got, it's your job to solve it. That's all you do. That's the purpose of a business, is to solve the problems of its customers. Once you realise that, you'll stop thinking about yourself, because what you're selling is not ice cream. What you're selling is the pure joy that customer and that customer and that customer is going to have when they taste your ice cream. Oh, vanilla is so superb. Moroccan with vanilla. Oh. Or whatever else you sell. And that's the thing, is that people buy from emotions. They don't buy from your facts and figures and features and advantages. So stop talking about them. And stop telling them everything. They don't want to know. They just want to know enough. And that's what you've got to learn. So you've got to build conversations, build relationships, grow trust, and then you're going to get yes after yes after yes after yes after yes after yes after yes. That is success. Consistent yeses. Would you like consistent yeses? Would you really, really, really like to speak to so many people who say yes to you that you don't even have to think about money, because you don't need to, because you've got so many people saying yes. You don't need to think about money. You can focus totally and utterly on your customers, because you know by doing that you make money. Simple as that. And that is how successful people survive and thrive. Because if you focus on yourself, not so good. So don't focus on yourself. Focus on them, on your customers, on your prospects, on your suspects, right? Now, the 5 steps, we'll go through and look at them. But in essence, you need to buy the book, because the book will work with these podcasts. So there's going to be a link underneath here somewhere. And that is what you need to follow and go and buy the book, right? Yes, you've got to buy it. I'm not giving it away free. This has got 40 years of my experience in there. I'm not giving it free. What do you think I am, stupid? You don't give away your gems for free, ever. Right? What you do is you get people excited about the solution that you can provide. That's what they need. Because if they think everything is free, the important things they'll never buy, because they thought it was free and they can't, therefore they don't buy. So stop giving away your gems. Stop passing and talking about your solutions. Talk about their pains. Talk about their dreams, the life, the results they could be living. And I'll tell you one thing. They will buy considerably more from you when you do that than when you start talking about your solutions. Why? Well, if you talk about your solutions, they don't have to buy from you. Fairly simple, isn't it? So don't talk about their pains, their problems, their desires, the life they want to lead, the results they want to see in their life. That is what they will buy. When they see that emotional connection with their dreams, they'll buy from you. So, start conversations, stop looking for sales leads. Build a relationship so that you can grow trust, because nobody, and I mean nobody, buys from somebody they don't trust. So make certain they trust you. Then they'll buy. And just as an added bonus, when you make somebody smile, they'll buy from you more likely. They'll tell you more, right? Than if they're frowning. So keep people smiling. You don't have to be superficial, right? But give them a reason to smile. Prospects are just people, and people like to smile. And when they smile, they get to like you. And people prefer to do business with people they like. If they don't like you, but they can trust you, they'll still buy. But they prefer to like who they do business with. You can just imagine that salesman on the gentleman's floor of selling clothes, right? He's very stuck up, very pompous, but he loves to make certain that you look amazing. So you keep going back, and you keep going back, and you keep going back. That's what you've got to be. Your personality doesn't matter. That's you. You have to be you, not somebody else. So don't try and mimic me. Don't mimic me. Whatever you do, don't mimic me. I don't want to see hundreds and thousands of me out there. No. Oh my God. What a horrible thought. But if you're you and learn from me, take action, do what you've got to do when you've got to do it, no matter how you feel, that's when you'll start being successful. So thank you for listening to this very first episode. I hope you found it useful. Now, further down the road, we're going to have some guests join us. But to begin with, I'm going to introduce you to the subject first. So there's going to be a few episodes. Well, I'm sorry, you're just going to get me. Why? Then you know who I am. You get to know me. You and I build a relationship. I don't know who you are. But that doesn't matter, because you're listening to the real me. This is not an AI, you know. No, this is not an AI. It's me, real me. Why would you want to listen to somebody who's not even a human being? If somebody's going to try and solve my problems, I don't want a technology to be the source of it. I want a human being. I want people. So I want you to listen to me, but be you with your customers. Thank you for listening. I'm going to see you soon. Every week we're going to do one of these. And every week it's going to be on a different subject. And every week you should get value. Right? And somebody asked me, what is value? You know, I sort of said, well, I mean, anything that helps you. It's not actually that complicated. If it doesn't help you, it's not of value to you. Full stop. I can deliver value, but it may not be value to you. Simple. Right? So as far as I'm concerned, I am going to share my knowledge, my experience, my wisdom, somebody called it. And I don't like to put words like that in my mouth. But what I've done in my life is I've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. And I listen a lot. I take it in. I digest it. Mull it over. Listen. Work. And then I think, I get the message now. I understand. And that is knowledge with an understanding, comes out as wisdom. So I'm not wise. I just happen to listen. Make certain you listen to me if you find it valuable. If you don't like me, the style I have, right, I'm sorry, but I can't be anybody else. I don't want to be anybody else. I am not going to change just for you. But if you like me, like my channel, subscribe, right? Follow me, watch it, put likes, place comments. I want to hear from you. I want feedback. And then I know in future I should cover this subject, or maybe that subject, or no, don't touch that subject, they get upset. But maybe I will still anyway. So there. But either way, subscribe, right? And click the bell or whatever it is so that you get the notifications when a new one comes. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon, and it's bye for now.